Chelsea. They take a 1-0 lead into their quarter-final second leg. This is against Lyon. So now, of course, Lyon, they're the defending champions. They're 8-time winners. Emma Hayes, though, I mean, she is relishing the opportunity.
We have to be brave. You have to appreciate that, you know, their record speaks for itself, but it's important for us as a team to impose ourselves, be aggressive in the right moments, be positive in everything we do, on and off the ball, and, you know, seek the opportunity that's there in front of us. And I know the entire dressing room is very much looking forward to it.
So looking forward to it. They're going to be brave, going to be positive, but how difficult is this going to be?
Yeah, Emma Hayes, as usual, saying all the right things. It's going to be so difficult. It's Lyon. It's the one team that has won this competition time and time and time again. They're the reigning champions. They're also 8 times. No one's won this competition more than Lyon. They are formidable opposition. And there are concerns about Chelsea at the moment. They lost to City in the WSL. 2-0, which I think was a bit of a surprise result. You're used to seeing Chelsea, even if they go a goal behind, roar back to success because they always find a way to win. That just didn't happen against Manchester City. They looked a bit lacklustre, heavy legs. Emma Hayes, after the match, admitted that her players are probably tired. They've got a very busy schedule. They're, you know, in the running for many different competitions. They're playing games every 3 to 4 days. What I'm looking for, and it's a cliched word, Hayley, but I'm looking for bounce-back ability from this Chelsea team. They need to go in and put in performance. They need to forget that they're tired, forget that they're mentally fatigued, and play out of their skins to ensure that they've got this 1-goal advantage and it stays just as that.
So, in the WSL, Chelsea actually have a game in hand. It's Man United that are top of the table. Are they showing they're well and truly in the race for their first title win? What
they are, but
so
hey,
close.
Look how tight this is. So 3 points separates first to fourth. So it's those 4 teams that we're talking about in the running for this. Manchester United at the top of the table purely by goal difference. It's going to be so tight. I think I've noticed a change in Manchester United this season. There were criticisms last season that they kept dropping too many points. They kept conceding late, needless goals. That doesn't seem to be happening this season. They've seemed to stamp that out. Something's clicked upstairs. Something's clicked in their minds. There's mental fortitude that they have where they can play ugly and they can still get points. I was at the game at Old Trafford recently against West Ham, 0-0 at half-time, and in the second half, Manchester United came out of the blocks, scored 4 second-half goals, and were absolutely phenomenal. That might not have happened last season. They might have dropped points in that game, but they roared to success in that second half. It proves that they can do it. And we talk about Alessia Russo, of course, being one of the best strikers in the world, playing for Manchester United, but it's not just her. It's the likes of Ella Toone, Hayley Ladd, Nikita Paris. The goals are coming from everywhere. And as you can see, that goal difference could be important, where the title race is so close. Every point and every goal is going to be so important. This title race could come down to goal difference.
Oh my gosh, imagine. Well, those 4 goals that you mentioned against West Ham, it was at Old Trafford. Now, West Ham defender Lucy Parker, she's criticised her own club for failing to facilitate a match at their women's team at the London Stadium, I should say. What do you make of those comments? Is it important that players speak up? This is something they're going to want to see. It's something that fans want to see, surely.
Yeah, I think it will be something the fans want to see, and it's an important issue that she's brought up. She's using her platform to bring attention to something that obviously she's very frustrated by. She would have seen the likes of Arsenal playing at the Emirates last night, and Chelsea are playing at Stamford Bridge tonight in the Champions League. And of course I was at Old Trafford watching Manchester United women play. So she's seeing these bigger teams go into the bigger stadiums and, you know, make it record crowds, and she wants a piece of that pie, and she wants her teammates to experience that as well, and you can understand that. I suppose from West Ham's point of view, they're very much a team still in transition, still building, still growing. They are moving in the right direction, I will say that. They recently announced like a new executive level of people to look after their women's team, which includes the businesswoman Baroness Karen Brady. So she's going to be looking after commercial, marketing, and opportunities like that, playing at the London Stadium, might be more forthcoming in seasons to come with Karen Brady at the helm now.
Yeah, here's hoping. You're going to be featuring on tonight's Inside the WSL programme. Right, what can we expect to see on that?
It's a great one. We've been on the road. We went down to the South Coast. We went to Lewis FC. Lewis FC is such an interesting football club. It's the first gender-equal club in the world, we believe. I think they were definitely the first. We believe they're still the only one. They have the same pay budgets for their men's and their women's teams. They pay the men and the women exactly the same, almost unheard of in football. And it's not just the pay, but they have equal access to facilities, equal resources, equal promotion budgets. So everything is on a level playing field. It's phenomenal. We spoke to the CEO, Maggie Murphy, and she spoke about how she's finding new and innovative ways to keep the club afloat because they can't rely on funding from a men's club, which is quite rare now for a women's team. Most of them are supported by men's club. We spoke to the players as well, which is really eye-opening because they were so in awe of what they were being given at that club. They've played around the world, so many of these players, but none of them say that they can't compare their experience to Lewis with anyone else. They looked after, they have mental health Mondays where they just come in literally after training, they come in and they speak about their mental health and how they're feeling. And it's a group session, it's a way of connecting with each other. It's absolutely fantastic. It's such a great club. And I was at their recent FA Cup game. They had a quarter-final against Manchester United at the Dripping Pan, which, by the way, was voted one of the best football grounds in Britain, the Dripping Pan. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal, electric atmosphere. You have to get down there and watch a game, Hayley, if you haven't already. But it's a phenomenal club. It's got so much going for it. They're a championship side, and we go behind the scenes to show people how unique this club really is and how they're kind of paving the way for clubs to do something a little bit differently if they're not funded by a men's team.